hopefully we'll be like 2 people. So
yeah.
I'm taking.
Yep. Okay. Hello, I'm Minera and I'm an early careers apprentice. Happy National Apprenticeship Week. So, today we're doing a discussion on the culture at Channel 4. Having joined recently, I realized that there was a lot of aspects to a workplace that an external candidate may not be aware of. Therefore, I wanted to give a genuine insight into the workplace from these lovely speakers who have had the experience as an apprentice here. One thing to mention is that we have 35 roles currently live. More information is on our careers site, and the application deadline is the 27th of Feb. And if you have any questions for our speakers, feel free to drop them in the chat nearing the end of our discussion. So, let's start off with introductions. So, what's your name, role, and how long have you been at Channel 4?
Hi, I'm.
Go for it, Simran.
Matilda, do you want to go or?
No, go for it.
All right, okay. Hi, I'm Simran. So I'm a talent team apprentice. So that's within the people team, so HR. So I'm dealing with the recruitment side of things. And I started end of October. So yeah, I've been here for a few months now, and yeah.
Matilda, you go.
Hi, I'm Matilda, and I'm a people analyst working in the people team with Simran, which is the equivalent of our HR department in other organisations. And I was formerly an apprentice working in the consumer and strategy department here at Channel 4. So I've been here just over 4 years, sort of 2 years as an apprentice in that department, and I've been in my current role just over 2 years as well.
Last but not least, hi, I'm Taff Machenja. I sit in the marketing team. I'm a marketing executive. I'm also the co-chair of the Shed, which is one of our ERG groups. And I was also formerly an apprentice. I started out in social media, did that likewise for probably about 14 months, and then stayed in social for a bit and then moved into marketing. Here I am.
So I wanted to ask, in your opinion, what makes Channel 4 a unique workplace?
Well, I feel as though like you're free to be who you want to be. You can like express yourself through like your clothes, makeup. There's no limits really to that. Also, like you can work from home as well. So, well, being as an apprentice, it's because you're working 4 days, so you have 2 days in the office and 2 days working from home. Well, practically a third day as well, because that's your study day. So it is very flexible in that sense. And yeah, everyone's just lovely and like willing to help. Like you can go to anyone, say hi, and they'll just automatically be really friendly and positive back to you and like offer you any advice that you want. And yeah, it's just all round great place to work.
I think that's the biggest thing, isn't it? No, you go. I was just going to say the people.
Now, the people. Sorry, Taff.
You're all very enthusiastic.
No. We're like fighting over this live.
We love it. We love it. That's why.
Chaos. But just to echo what Simran was saying in terms of like the vibes, like it is really like relaxed and it's not pretentious. Uniform wise, I legit have seen someone wear flip flops in London. You know, in our creative teams especially, they express themselves, they let themselves be known. And yeah, exactly, like nothing is a stupid question here. There's been so many occasions where I've reached out to random people across the business asking to shadow them or even just to have a meeting and catch up about what their department does. A lot of the organisation are just excited to have apprentices as well, because I think they understand how important it is for young people to get their foot in the door and they do want to give back. So generally there's always an excitement and eagerness to help learning and development wise progress apprentices as well. But yeah, Taff, you can expand.
I mean, you've really covered it all, haven't you? I guess
really well.
Exactly. I guess the only thing I can sort of add to that is just emphasizing the points that have been made, that your voice is really valued the moment you walk through those doors, as an apprentice or whatever level you come at. Your voice is extremely valued, and people really do care here. You're walking into a really friendly environment where everyone wants everyone to strive and achieve.
Yep.
Can't say any more, really. You've covered it all.
Thank you. Yeah, my next question was, so based on your experience, what can you get involved with outside day-to-day roles?
So,
It's quite a fun one.
yeah.
Yeah.
Taff, did you want to go, or
You
should
go
we mix
first.
up it? Okay. So we're currently, they just put it out, so The Apprentice show, so you can get involved with that. Yeah, Manira knows that as well.
Yeah.
You guys know that. But yeah, it's basically just a show where all the apprentices come together. So like Leeds, London. Oh God, I don't know if Bristol did or Glasgow,
I don't think,
but yeah, no, it was just Leeds and London. But yeah, we all just collectively get together and we just introduce ourselves. Well, the first video that we made was an introduction of ourselves and like what we do and what we love about Channel 4 and just like interesting facts about us. But yeah, that was like the first episode, but then the following episodes will be more like Channel 4 based, like very innovative episodes coming up, but I don't want to talk too much about it because
watch your space.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Watch his face. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Watch his face.
I do hope
freedom.
Yeah.
I do hope in terms of the Apprentice show, because when we first did it, when we kicked it off, we managed only 3 episodes. So hopefully you guys can go beyond 3 episodes. But that is a really fun thing where you can explore and do so much. I don't know, Tilda, if you did it as well. Like I remember when I was an apprentice, I just sent emails to loads of people, and I just said, can I do this? Can I do that? Can I get involved with this? I remember going to so many staff events, staff parties, meeting talent, working at Doors Up, really glamorous events that probably.
Oh my God, the Film 4 screening thing.
Yeah.
The summer party. And then we stole all the umbrellas afterwards. Sorry. I said that.
It's okay.
Like there is so much opportunity for you to do, an abundance of things, and it's really just down to what you want to do and how much you want to get involved in. But no one's going to stop you from doing anything, especially as an apprentice.
100%. And like we're really lucky that the company tend to put on like Film 4 screenings and things like that, like little perks. So in the London office, we have a cinema, which is incredible, but also our nations and regions offices. So Glasgow, Bristol, they either let us sort of expense cinema tickets to go and watch a Film 4 production that's come out, or they set it up on a screening for us so that we can sort of be in the know of what our company is basically pushing out there, and that's really awesome. But also outside of like day-to-day roles, I mean, Taff, you're a co-chair of an ERG network. I've had the opportunity to start a internal staff podcast series called For Us, which is really amazing, and I've managed to interview like a range of staff across the business about their jobs. Yes, so many people, from like execs all the way down to like people like us, like, and apprentices as well. So there's if you hustle, there's so much you can do at Channel 4. The network is crazy. So my recommendation, I'm sure the rest of you agree, is just like utilize every opportunity. Also use the apprentice badge because they tend to be like, okay.
I think that's the big thing, isn't it? Is if you've got an idea and you have the hustle, no one will stop you from doing it. People will want to help you to get it up, and that's that was the Apprentice show. That's the For You podcast. If you've got an idea of something that you want to do that isn't available, run it, and people will help you.
100%.
Okay. The next question is, how does Channel 4 celebrate employee progress?
So, like
shout outs.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. So in the marketing team, we do have obviously you've got the company thing, which is the thanks for you thing. Where you get recognised and stuff like that. We also have in the MVE team, we sometimes get vouchers. Obviously, which is quite a nice thing. So you can get like a £50, £70 voucher that you can use towards Sainsbury, John Lewis, or anything like that. So those are like physical ways that you are celebrated. But otherwise, people send emails, people talk to you. It's just the natural things that happen. Sometimes you might get taken out for lunch.
Excuse me, what? I've never been taken out for lunch.
Ashanti got taken out for lunch.
Oh, there you go. Clearly you're not working hard enough, Matilda.
Yeah.
But
No,
I
I hear
think it varies, doesn't it? I guess from department to department and team to team. But the company
it
definitely
does.
has. They want people to be recognised for the work that they do, and we want people to be celebrated as well. So whatever you do will get recognised and will be celebrated.
Mm.
Do you guys have any more?
Do you have any other thoughts on it?
I mean, it's very HR of us to be like the thanks for system,
Yeah.
but it is true because it's like a really cool system where basically Taff wants to thank me for a piece of work. He enters it in the system and it shoots out an email, not just to myself of whatever comments he wants to make and thank yous he wants to say, but my line manager also gets pinged the same alert. So it's kind of keeping everyone in the loop with the work that you're doing. And on top of that, like Taff mentioned, everyone thought of as assigned a certain budget for vouchers, not to go into too much technicalities, but basically, we sometimes receive also like vouchers on top of that. I'm trying to think what else there's been. I mean, there's often shout outs and departmentals as well. So big like department meetings. Obviously, we try our best to applaud people for incredible work. Most recently, I remember my colleague Sarah, she's our pensions and benefits manager, and she helps with the 4 Women. That's one of our ERG networks or employee networks that celebrate like women. And they did this whole thing with fertility, about women's fertility and health. And the scheme went to the press and we did a huge shout out about it for her because that was just amazing and it's such an accolade to have as well. But
I guess the one big thing we're also missing is probably, we have staff parties, we have, drinks and department parties and things like that. That's another way to celebrate as well. So there's an abundance of things to get yourself thrown into. But we get looked after.
Thank you.
Completely agree.
I also wanted to ask, what is the support and progression like in each of your roles? You can talk about your experience as an apprentice versus your current employee.
Well, I'll say, like as an apprentice, so with my line manager, I have like a weekly meeting with her just to discuss like my work, any issues or like questions I have, which I need help on, and then she's just there to like help and support me. Also have just had my 3 months probation assessment as well, and in that just discussed about like my development and where I can improve. I think there's just like a big support, like especially with your line manager. They're always there to help and support you with anything, like any questions, like even if like Matilda said, how she like reached out in emails like to different departments asking, oh, can I like learn more about this department? Like my line manager said that like you can let me know if there's any other areas you want to like look into. Like we're apprentices at the end of the day, like we're able to like go to these different departments and find out more information. So we really have that free range. But just everyone is really supportive here. So it's not just our manager, just everyone really. The
level of support you get as an apprentice is incredible. For me, like at the end of my 2 years, if it wasn't for like people on my team, my line manager gunning for me to get the role that I'm in, helping me reach out to people in HR that could help me network with who the hiring manager actually was. Yasmin, shout out to you if you're in the background somewhere of this, because that's basically what helped me kind of link over to my full-time role now. But definitely everyone's supportive, and although it's not promised at the end of an apprenticeship that you'll receive a job afterwards, everyone does their best, like from the HR team and specifically the talent team working with apprentices, 4 skills team. And if it's anything as small as like just helping you write a CV, because that can be like after 2 years of not having to apply for a job, that's hard. It's hard to get back out there and remember how to do those things. And even like dummy interviews, I remember with my colleague just going into a meeting room, she was like, right, what are your free strengths, and like, you know, all those typical things. They are so supportive here. So yeah, that's from my experience.
I mean, just to expand on that point as well, even to the point of reaching out to people in other businesses and you know, other areas as well, again, networking and getting you introduced to other people as well, if you know you do find yourself in a position where you don't have a job guaranteed. But I think like we've said from the get-go, this is such a supportive and a really, we throw the word quite around quite a lot, but it is really just a big family. Everyone really looks out for everyone, whether it's your department or the people that you meet across the business, through ERGs, through different networks, through different parties, or whatever it is. The people that you meet here are potentially people that you'll become best friends with for a very long time. So you will be supported, and you know, you'll be looked after.
Also, just to quickly mention, there's like this apprentice lunch and learn Q&A session, and like recently, I think it was just yesterday, we had one, and it's a lady called Emily, and there's speakers that come in and they basically talk about their history, like their career history and their progression, and like how they got to where they are. And there is opportunities to link up with them as well. Like at the end of the session, she said, like, if anyone wants to connect on LinkedIn, so following off from Taff's like networking, when it's talking about networking, like there's opportunities to network with people outside of Channel 4 as well. So really, you have that opportunity to connect with anyone, basically. So
Okay. Finally, what makes Channel 4 Channel 4, and why do you feel proud to work here?
What makes Channel 4 Channel 4?
Just go on. Just go on. Talk about the remit.
That's such a difficult one though, because you know, both Matilda and I have been here 4 years, and I would generally say, I remember there was a whole bit of work done into how can you codify what Channel 4 is, and it's one of those things that you rarely experience it when you walk through the doors. You know what Channel 4 is from the content. You know what we stand for. You know what we believe in. But when you walk through the doors, like, people actually embrace that. But there's just this different energy that you feel, this different vibe, and you know, like we've talked about, people support you, people look after you. You're in this network, this family, this group of people. That's Channel 4. You just, people will throw it when you walk through the doors. People just throw it like, that's Channel 4, that's not so Channel 4, and you'll just feel it, and you'll know exactly what they're saying without them saying. So in summary, for me, that's what makes me proud to work here. You know, the breadth of content that we make, the people that you meet, you know, the opportunities that they give to people like us, apprentices, and you know that. You know, I'm now a marketing executive, for example, and I co-chair an ERG group. Would I've had that opportunity or that progression somewhere else? I don't know, but I'm thankful that I do work here, and I'm proud of that. Pass it on.
That was amazing. Thank you, Taff.
I just like what Taff said, I can 100% agree with. And also just to add on, like, it's very inclusive. Like, there's so many, like, there's quite a lot of events that, or like support in terms of events that happen. So like there was the Chinese New Year, which obviously Matilda, she wonderfully like organised everything. But so there was like a Chinese New Year line dance. That's it. That came into the canteen, and like I wouldn't know any other company to do something like that, where they bring culture, like bring culture outside and bring it in as well into the office, and just let you experience that, which you would probably experience, like, say, if you're in China, you know. And then also like other like cultural events as well. So that we had like the cervical cancer week,
the cupcakes.
and like the cupcakes. That was something.
I feel like you have to give context for the cupcakes.
Yeah, you have to give context.
You should explain. Right, okay, Simran, you can. if you want.
Do you want me to give context? Or actually, you know what? Go
Yeah.
onto our LinkedIn. You will find out what I
Good
mean.
shout.
Yeah, search
Yeah.
up cupcakes.
Yeah. So
You've got me
search up the
like,
cupcakes on LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
you'll find out what I mean.
Yeah.
But no other organisation or company would
Mhm.
dare to do that. And
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
as a company, we're so daring and just like out there, and you
Mhm.
know, we're willing to take risks, which Channel 4 is all about, and that's in the
Yeah.
remit, like
Mhm.
innovating, taking risks, and standing up for those like within the UK. So
You
yeah.
you also made that calendar recently
Oh
that had
yeah.
all the occasions and events. Do you want to speak
Yeah.
about that?
Of course, yeah. So to help promote inclusion and diversity within the people team, I created this calendar which Matilda helped me with as well. So thank you, Matilda. But yeah, so I created this calendar. So I just did some research on key cultural events and awareness days, and put that in a document. And then in our people team meeting, that was shared to our colleagues, and then they highlighted which event meant something to them, so that the calendar was very specific to our people team. So once I collated those dates, I then created a calendar on Canva. It's not completely finished just yet, but I've done the January and February months, and I released that yesterday, I believe. So yeah, and in that calendar, it just gives more information about those key cultural and awareness days, and links to websites for more information, and if they want to help support the cause or the events.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's all positive stuff here.
Thank you.
I think Taff and Simran have covered off like the people here, amazing, the inclusivity here, amazing, being able to just feel comfortable to like be in your own skin and bring your culture inside to work. It's really nice. I mean, I worked at a chocolate shop before this and there wasn't much opportunity to do so. So that's been really nice, and it's always well received by the business. And Taff, Simran, I think we can all applaud the collective employee network who support all our ethnically diverse staff and give us that platform to do events like the lion dancing and things. They help fund it, also run it and advertise it, but also just to like say that Channel 4's bonkers. Like sometimes I don't realize how mad it is until I tell my friends, you know, like we had these, I want to say what it is, but we have these cupcakes in our office to support cervicals awareness. I think I need to just say it. I think I just need to say it.
The vagina cupcakes.
The vagina cupcakes,
Yeah.
yes. Technically vulva cupcakes, actually.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
vulva,
vulva,
technically.
Because
But
we
yeah.
can't show the inside of the badge.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
But we're just bonkers, like some of the stuff we do, but it's like all the way through the business. Like I work in HR, right? But we are, as with our benefits, trying to push things in terms of women's health, paternity leave. So now it's matching maternity leave in terms of the period of time you can take off and things like that. We're trying to be inclusive from all areas and levels of the business. But yeah, honestly, everything they said, it's just a really unique and amazing place to work. And agreed with Taff, like when I think about having not worked here or what it would have been like to not work here and what opportunities I would have received or taken, I don't know. I guess we'll never know, as Kanye West says.
Yeah,
But
I guess
I know. I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know.
I'm grateful for the experience I've had then and the amazing people that we've met as well. So yeah, everything they said and more.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you all. I think that's it. Do you guys have any other thoughts you want to add to it?
I would
Look
say
at Taff.
I'm always ready. I'm always ready for like the self-belief, motivational stuff. I guess the only thing is because obviously Apprentice Week is now, and people might be thinking, should I apply for this? Can I apply for this? I think the one big thing is just believe in yourself. And if the door, is closed in front of you, don't stop, get back up and try again, because the only person that can get yourself to where you want to get to is you. And you'll have support around you and a network of people around you, but you're the one who can either stop yourself or allow yourself to become what you want to be. So yeah,
That deserved
send
a
that
little
application.
applause. Thank you.
Send that
Yeah.
application and do it.
Yeah.
Get it done.
I hear that. Hear that. Also, sometimes it's process of elimination. If you're really unsure about what you want to do, what's the harm in applying for it? Even
Yeah.
if you go through the interview process, I mean, and you are lucky to be like offered like an interview or whatever of a job, you can always turn it down. But it's just like pushing yourself out there, maybe trying something
Yeah.
you don't think about, even if you feel like you're underqualified. With apprenticeships, nobody's underqualified,
Yeah.
honestly.
Exactly.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Exactly.
Okay. Let's wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching, and thank you to my lovely speakers for joining this discussion and talking about culture at Channel 4.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
You. Bye.
Thank you,
I'll
guys.
see you all. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.